Jerry Lamm, Main Event Mania, what to watch for, Week 5, San Francisco 49ers versus the Dallas Cowboys, Sunday Night Football, and it doesn't get any bigger than this in the regular season. And the main thing to watch for, watch the game. Enjoy this moment. A big rivalry game. They're not in the same division, but these are two teams historically fighting for the same prize. They're both good. Niners are 4-0. Cowboys are 3-1, but looking really good. And the first thing to do is just soak it in, man. Breathe in the glory of a rivalry game that means something on Sunday night. But you know what? If you're a 49er fan like me, you want victory. And you're a little bit leery, a little bit suspicious about all the love the Cowboys seem to be showing the 49ers. Jerry Jones is talking, yeah, this is the team to beat, to go to the Super Bowl. That kind of makes me sweat. It's hot. I'm getting a little sweaty, getting a little suspicious. My main man, Micah Parsons, saying, yeah, Brock Purdy, he's a top 10 quarterback, top 15, a top guy. He's got his eye on Brock. But the main thing, Dan Quinn gave a little backhanded compliment, doing a little psychology with Kyle Shanahan, and this is the main thing to watch for. Dan Quinn basically said, hey, the Niners don't do much, but what they do it well, and he's trying to get into his old coaching mate, coached together at Atlanta. He's trying to get in Kyle's head. Because last year, in the playoffs, yeah, it wasn't going that smooth for the 49ers in that playoff game because we're doing fancy stuff. We're motion here, we're motion there. We're doing spinneroonies. But what happened was this. Legend has it, 49er players, McCaffrey, Kittle, Tebow, let's smash them in the mouth. And that's the 49ers advantage. Watch for the 49ers to run that ball right up the middle with McCaffrey. Look at the Cowboys got Parsons and got 5 rushers. Who they got? They got I can't even. It doesn't matter who they have. But they got Parsons, DeMarcus Lawrence. I cannot pronounce Osa's last name. But here's the deal. Arizona Cardinals gave the blueprint to beat the Cowboys. James Conner ran her up the middle, only 14 carries for 95 yards though, and that's what the 49ers got to do. So this is what to watch for in this game. McCaffrey, I've been worried about all the touches, rushed over 20 times last game against Arizona. Look for the same thing today against Sunday night against the Cowboys. But Elijah Mitchell is hurt. He's a smaller back, but he doesn't fumble. And here's the thing. J.P. Mason, Jordan Mason, whatever you want to call it. The man's a bruiser. He's got the same size as Connor. Boom, 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 boom. But sometimes he puts the ball on the turf, and that's what the Cowboys want to do. The Cowboys want to turn that ball over. I mean, I'm expecting the Niners to run 30 times in this game. And you know what? McCaffrey can't get all those runs. 30 or more, because that's your advantage. Run the ball 30 times or more, because that is your advantage, especially up the middle, right up the gut. But is it going to be J.P. Mason? The man, I love it when he holds on to the ball. He's caught a couple passes this year, but he's fumbled. Watch to see who is the backup. If the Niners don't trust J.P. Mason, then this might be a game where, because Debo is healthy, it might be a game where Debo gets, 3, 4, 5 rushes if you don't trust J.P. Mason. So I think your advantage is run up the middle, especially if you get the lead, which the Niners like to do, which leads me to my next thing to watch for. Micah Parsons, Osa, Lawrence, there's like 7 dudes on the Cowboys who get pressure. But watch that against the right side of the line, Spencer Burford and Cole McKivitz. I mean, if there's a weak link of this offense, It's those dudes. I'm on them every week. They've held their own. And yeah, of course you're going to attack that side. Who wants to attack Trent Williams? You know, no one wants to attack the silverback. You might get a little uppercut, a little push down, a little toss around to the ground. That guy's a silverback, Jack. So you don't want to mess with that side of the line, the left side of the line. But the right side, that pass rush is going to come quick. Now I'm going to be really interested to see. You know, the 49ers got weapons on weapons. They got Kittle, Debo, Ayuk, the main man, McCaffrey. He's always open. But you want to get that ball. You want to get off quick passes with a pass rush, right? And the Cowboys can bring it from anywhere. The Cowboys play a little bit more aggressive than other teams, and they may make Brock beat them deep. But if you got a 7-step drop, Brock, he may get dropped. You may drop Brock if he gets a 7-step drop with this team, because that pass rush gets there quick. And you know what? Cole McKivitz and Spencer Burford, you know, Burford has a lot of holding calls. You know, Cole McKivitz holding his own, but man, Micah Parsons is a beast. That's like, I don't like the Cowboys. That's one Cowboy I really appreciate watching. All right. So to get deep, you gotta have time. So that may be one thing. But here's the problem. The flip side of that, look at Ayuk don't gotta be much open, and Brock knows how to get him the ball. So you know what? If you're double teaming Ayuk, that leaves, you know, Kittle or Debo one-on-one, or McCaffrey, or even Juice, Kyle Juszczyk, you're in a lot of trouble, or even Jennings. Ayuk knows how to hit guys one-on-one, and if you get beat deep for big plays against the 49ers, and you're losing, and you got that run game started, boy, you got McCaffrey going, you're going to have a tough time, Cowboys, if you're down a couple scores against the 49ers. It doesn't look good for you. And that's what I really want to see. So let's see. In any event, I think Brock Purdy's going to do what he's going to do. And I'm just going to talk about Brock really quick. Look, he's due for a bad game eventually. Everyone has a bad game. But it may not be Sunday, baby, because this is hype. You got to be ready. I'm trying to calm down, but I'm going to go animal. On Sunday, baby. Sunday night, baby. But I think Brock's going to be calm, cool, and courageous in the pocket. Last 2 weeks been very impressed. He's done most of the work in the pocket. Dallas is not the kind of team you can outrun. But who knows? So Brock has that quick 10-yard dash, 10-yard split. You know, we might see the return of Brock's legs, but I think Brock is just primed for this game. He's going to do what he has to do. The Cowboys' only hope is to shut down that short pass game early. Shut it down, but the risk is this. Brock throws you open. He'll see the one-on-one. He'll back shoulder throw it, or throw the receivers open. And big play, 49ers got the lead. But here's the flip side. The Cowboys can use that pressure to turn the ball over. Darren Bland has 3 picks. He has 2 defensive touchdowns. That's what Dallas needs. Dallas needs to turn the ball over and keep it close. And I wouldn't, you know, this game, like I said, back to my main point, what to watch for. Watch the game. Enjoy the game. It's a rivalry game. But this might be the game, you know, that Brock is just in the pocket, and bam, Parsons goes over, McKivitz, boom, there down goes the ball. I don't want to see it. All right, I want to see Brock okay. So we're gonna, you know, I want to say okay, Brock. Keep your helmet on. But that's the game plan. That's all. That's the only way you could stop Brock right now is with an injury. He's already proved he can come back, but I don't want to see it. So we got to keep Brock nice and safe. Last thing I'll say. The 49ers' advantage is brutality. And 2 of the most brutal guys with the ball in the whole NFL. I would like to see in the passing game, screens, short passes, get the ball in the hands of Kittle and Debo. I know Kittle's banged up, so is Debo. But those guys will bang the other guys up. And they are prime. They haven't got a lot of touches, but you know Debo's ready for Dallas, and so is Kittle. Kittle's, he likes to block, but when it gets to be Sunday night, when the game's on the line, the stars always shine. Wouldn't surprise me if you see big-time games, big-time plays, get the ball in the hands of Kittle and Debo early, often let them rattle out some room. And that's it. And Ayuk's just gonna Ayuk. You give the ball, you pass Ayuk 6 times, he'll make 6 catches. Ayuk's gonna Ayuk. But let's see. It wouldn't surprise me if you supplement that run game up the middle with some short passes to just getting the ball in the hands creatively to Kittle and Debo, and let them rumble, young men, rumble. All right, here's what scares me about this game. I've harped on this the whole time. The 49ers defensive backfield, tremendous safeties, but we lost Ward, our nickel. We lost Jimmy Ward. And here's the deal. CeeDee Lamb has been, he's been in the short passing game. He's been lining up in the slot. So I feel, and this is a tough thing, we got Charvarius Ward with that heel injury. He's still on the, he's been on the injury report. He hasn't licked himself. I appreciate that he's played really tough, but he's not 100%. So that's going to be a matchup to watch. Charvarius Ward against CeeDee Lamb. I expect Ward to hold his own and play tough, but he's going to be hurt. He's playing hurt. But here's the real thing. CeeDee Lamb matched up against Isaiah Oliver. I don't like that. But what's even worse is anybody against Ambry Thomas. I mean, it could be, if Gallup, if Thomas is out there guarding Gallup, even Brandon Cooks. If I see Ambry Thomas and you got old Cooks out there, hey, Cooks might break out the old cookbook. Even with Jalen Talbot, whatever his name is, I would really target Ambry Thomas. We got some street free agents. You can't bring cornerbacks off the street in the NFL. That's never a good sign. It's just not. So the same things, and here's the other thing. The 49ers did a fantastic, they have been doing a pretty good job keeping quarterbacks in check as far as a running game. Especially Bosa. He hasn't had a lot of sacks, but he's had a lot of pressures, and he's really stayed in his lane. He's not going back here and creating lanes this way. He's staying right here. Quarterback has nowhere to go. Instead of going back here, quarterback has a lane out this way, right? Out this way or going in, where he goes out that way, right? Dobbs, so the sack totals hadn't been there for Bosa, but he has been just right where he needs to be. Right where he needs to be. Quarterback can't go this way or that way. But you know what? If the 49ers, maybe on the other side, maybe Drake Jackson's a young guy. Maybe Dak uses his legs in this game. Obviously hasn't been the same since that terrible leg injury. But let's see if the Niners continue on their progress. Like I always say, slowing down that running quarterback. He really hasn't been that much of a problem, to be honest. He's made a lot of mistakes. And here's the difference with the Cowboy offense and the 49er offense. The 49ers, if you let them run short passing game, if you let them run, they want to brutalize you for 15 plays. Brock hit 21 passes last week. And he missed because Shanahan messed up. But he took the blame. He's a leader. The Niners want that long drive. They're about that life, Jack. Cowboys, not so much. They want to make, they've relied on the short passing game a little bit more. I I just don't believe in them to run a long drive. So there's been some talk, in the 49er world where maybe the Niners want to play tighter coverage to shut down the short passing game to let the 49ers defensive line eat, let them get them sacks. But no, I think they're doing okay. If you got to tighten up coverage when you need to do it, you got to tighten it up. But I would make the Cowboys have a long drive before I do that. So watch where the 49ers line up. Watch for their coverage defensively. I'll look for them to do the same thing they've done. Don't get beat deep early. And, if the game's close, then tighten it up. But that's a challenge, though, because Mooney Ward is hurt. Demo Lenore has been fantastic, but I just don't have a lot of faith in, Isaiah Oliver and definitely not in Ambry Thomas. I hope look for them to step up. All right, what else do I want to say? That may be it. All right. Yeah, now just stay in pass lanes. All right. This is it. Again, main point. Enjoy the game. Gary Lamm and Event Mania. Sunday Night Football. We're going to go Animals. Go Niners. Go Faithful. Let's stay healthy. And let's have a great game. God bless you. Keep it real. Keep it clean. Animal, baby! Ah!